You saw it. I just wrote it there busy because I'm evacuating. I'm leaving my location that where I was, and I'm shifting. And then I decided that I should not miss this session. At least I need to maybe maybe after the session, that's when I will have to pack my things and go. That's why I was like saying that busy.
Oh,
So
yes.
I'm really grateful.
I just hope
Yeah,
the
I'm
place is not
grateful
far.
for the. It's not all that far.
Okay.
Is in Jebel Souk,
You're moving from,
Jebel
okay.
Market.
I need a place in Jebel Souk
Uh,
also. In
uh,
case you find one, you let me know.
okay. Yeah, because
Yes.
I'm in Gudele. Yeah, but I'm now shifting from Gudele to Jebel.
Yeah, I need
And
a place in Jebel. Don't forget that.
it's okay. It's okay. I will look. There are people around there. I will try to communicate with them. And once we get, and then but it depends. So which one do you want? That apartment or
No, 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 no. I just need a
a
Rakuba,
home
not
or
not more than 200,000 SSP. You got me? Ajit, are you there? Okay. Okay. Looks like Ajit is having issues with connection. William, you can speak.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Emmanuel Bida, and also the rest of the people who are joining us uh, in this session. Uh,
yeah.
my overall, yeah, my overall view of the fellowship is very positive because I personally learned great things that if it was not this session, I could have even missed them. Okay, like Google productivity
I don't know. Is it my network? Looks like I lost William. William, looks like I cannot
and
hear
later
you.
on I read the material. When I read the material, hello, I hope you will meet.
Yes. Yes, proceed.
Yeah. So this is something very important, and I really appreciate you for doing this, for taking your time to do it because I don't think it is easy to take your time to teach people very valuable skills, okay, for free, and you have done it. So now, for me, I don't think I will be able to make it to Juba to attend the graduation ceremony, but I want to be part of graduation ceremony by buying my own T-shirt that has the brand, okay, of Bill Your Vessel
We'll
Fellowship.
send you a t-shirt. We'll send you a t-shirt. Your t-shirt will be sent to
Okay,
you.
okay. Then I need it before the graduation or before graduation day, so that I also put it on and write something about it on online. Okay, you have really
Yes.
helped me. This skill, I think, will transform my life, and I appreciate you for all this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and it's good that you're actually the managing editor of a news platform. And I think I was checking the other day and you guys already have a website, right? I it looks like you guys
I'm
have a
not getting
website.
you well, yes, sir.
I'm saying looks like you guys have a website now, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, so actually you can now begin using Google Tools and the contributors can actually start drafting articles, using Google Docs instead of the normal MS Word. Yeah, that way you can now collaborate in real time so that they're able to also understand how the editing is done. They're able to see how actually their drafts transform from what they originally wrote to something that is the final product that gets published. Thank you so much, William, and we
Yeah,
wish
yeah,
you
of course.
continued
It's very
success.
important. It's very important. I shall share this skill with them when I get time. We will gather and then we talk about this skill. These are necessary skill for any professional, not only journalists, but any professional. If you are a teacher, like also I'm a teacher, and I have learned now that this tool can also help me do some things especially when I'm preparing lessons for my class. Thank you so much.
True. Nice. You're welcome. Yeah, we wish you continued success in your professional endeavors. And also, given the fact that you are a very busy person, you're still able to, catch up with the sessions. It's very inspirational. Yes, Duku, Dominic, kindly proceed.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I hope
Good
everyone is
afternoon.
okay. I am much appreciative and I'm very excited to have this time to express uh, my heartfelt gratitude. First of all, I thank you, the facilitators, for having reached this far, and the rest of my colleagues. This fellowship has been a very positive one to my side. First of all, most especially in my public speaking. It has a great impact, and currently I can speak in public without any other fear. And secondly, it has also made me very easy to interact with the rest in terms of networking. And I have met with several of my fellows in some of the activities, some sessions, like I met Ajit in a Landmark Hotel for some session of Iron, and some of the rest of the colleagues like John Buff. I met him in a pyramid with that other business so and the rest. I hope by time we shall also link up anytime, and currently I now know how to interact with the rest. Thank you very much.
Nice. Amazing. Thank you so much, Dominic, for sharing your story. I'm touched. Another person who would like to share their story before we start? Yes, Ajit, you are still, you want to finish?
Yes, I can come on because
Okay.
my network was not good.
Okay, proceed.
Yeah, I was. I think we finished at. We did not even finish the one you wanted. You said you wanted apartment or Ajay?
No, I wanted a Rakuba, not more than 200,000.
Rakuba.
Yes.
Then we shall do that. Yeah, coming to this transformational life that we have gone through, I'm really grateful because these are things that if you want to acquire them, you have to pay heavy, and so that you can get them. But you have come up with this initiative. You want to transform the young one of South Sudan, so that they will also help others and become the energy of the country. If indeed these things are going to practice them, there is no way that we shall be stoppable. So I'm really thankful to you. Such a spirit should remain, and we shall be part of this journey together. Whatever we may need and whatever you may need in one way or another, we shall be helping each other. So I'm really thankful to you, and there's no much I can say to be sincere. I am really happy that I've been part of this fellowship, and I've really gained a lot. I've really gone through other things, and I'm still engaging with other institutions, which I managed to get through this fellowship. So I'm really thankful, and there's nothing much but to say you are really appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ajit, for sharing your story. Yes, I'm happy that you've been able to get meaningful connections through the fellowship, and we wish you the very best in your personal and also career endeavors. What is very important is you need to stay focused, go after what you want, and do not relent. When you go after what you want with intention, you will always get it. Thank you so much. And yes, another person who would like to share their story. So far, we have heard from William Dor, we have heard from Ajit, we have heard from Duku. Yes, another person. Today is your day. Today is the final day. So you will, of course, you will talk during graduation, but then I'm giving you a chance. Okay, so if there is no other person, we can start. Can you give a thumbs up if you can see the screen? Can you see the screen? Okay, nice. Thank you. Our session today focuses on crafting your transformation story. We're talking about how you can share your authentic journeys for empowerment, because we say that always we should be able to tell our stories, because when we tell our stories, we can inspire people out there. So always don't shy away from sharing your story. Whenever you can, always share your story, because your story can change the life of another person out there. And even your story might attract people to you. So always don't shy away from sharing your story. So, what is a transformation story? A transformation story is a narrative that shares significant personal change and growth. It involves overcoming challenges and reflects the journey of self-discovery. And why do we say that transformation stories matter? They matter because one, they inspire others. When you share your authentic journey, it motivates fellow individuals from within the fellowship and even people who are part of your audience, people with whom you are sharing the story, or somebody or any random person from anywhere in the world who might be like some of you who share stories online. You will be surprised that one day someone will just email you, or someone will write you what message on WhatsApp. Something like this is related to what you have done previously. You see, and then they get to give you a feeling that you have really done something amazing. So sometimes, because of these sessions that we run, like there were some sessions that we ran previously on how people apply for the Wells Mountain Initiative Scholarship. And by the way, if you have someone who is studying undergraduate and they are struggling to pay their fees, or they can apply for the Wells Mountain Initiative Scholarship. The application ends on the 1st of March. So they can apply and they should be able to benefit from that. So through that, people reach out to us that, hey, we know we watch your video on YouTube and we would like you to review our essays and stuff. And because of that, last year, I actually helped one guy from Nigeria. I was able to guide him through the application. I was able to review his essays, give him feedback, and even he was selected. We did mock interviews with him and he was awarded the scholarship. You see that just because of simple transformation stories that were shared online. So it also helped transform the life of other people, and also they become successful. Two, it builds connections, because when we share personal stories, they tend to foster connections with others, and they create a supportive community that then succeeds on lived experiences, on actually things that have happened to people who are sharing this story. And then also the thing with transformation story is that it empowers growth, it articulates experiences of the person who is sharing the story, and also solidifies the person's story, the person's understanding of this story, and then it reinforces personal growth and clarity. So that is why that the mission of the Build Your Best Self Fellowship resonates with these principles and aims at encouraging individuals to share their unique stories. Throughout this presentation, we'll explore how to craft and effectively share your transformation story, transforming challenges into powerful narratives that resonate with others. And that is one reason why we introduced you to publishing blog posts on medium.com, and also publishing blog posts on LinkedIn, because we want you to be able to share your real stories. When you share your stories on these platforms, it then brings about the benefits that we have talked about, in inspiring others, building connection, and even empowering your personal growth. So, Rumi once said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. And for you to write a story, there are key elements of a transformation story. That is why some of you who like movies, when you watch movies, okay, can somebody just tell me the anatomy of movies? How do movies look like? Can somebody just unmute and share? Somebody who watches movies, Can you just tell us how movies, how movies unfold, and what is your understanding of movies before I move on to describing these key elements of a transformation story? Can there's somebody
Okay.
care? Yes, you're welcome.
Okay. What I would say is like about writing a book, because these movies are also books. Okay.
Yes,
The first
yes,
thing you start with the introduction, then you go to the rising point, and then
yes.
from rising point now you go to the climax, and then from climax there you come to the turning point, and then you come to the resolution. Okay.
Yes.
So that is the structure of the story. Any story, whether a movie or a book, especially if it is a fictional book, that is how the structure looks like. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Yes, can I
Excellent.
say something?
Yes.
Yeah, when it comes to writing, as a writer myself, what you focus on, like someone want to inspire others, it is a problem that you want to overcome. You create the character that will face some challenges along the way, and how that character will overcome all the challenges until until the end, whether he win or he loses, or whatever thing that happen in between, conflict and all those things is a part of craft. So the real thing is, it is about beginning the story that will make someone stay to watch the entire movie or to read the entire book.
Exactly.
And then the beginning is the most important part.
Yes.
When you begin in a shabby way or a way that does not reflect, someone will not waste the time to watch 2 hours movies. But you have to put something ahead in the beginning that will make someone stay to see the end. And also you create a lot of conflict that the character has to overcome by himself. So this is the essence of writing or any movie. Yeah, it is
Perfect.
about creating that feeling that will make someone read your book or that will make someone watch the movie for 2 hours. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, excellent, Tong, and also excellent, William. Pretty much the same thing. So, and that is the essence of stories. And I like the fact that both of you have been able to bring the analogy of writing or the analogy of a book, which is really great. So, another person would like to say something before I proceed. Any other person would like to say something? We need to make the session as interactive as possible. We started with interaction, so it's perfect for us to continue with interaction. Anyone who would like to add their voice to the conversation? Okay, then, if there's no one, we can proceed. So, just like they have mentioned, for us to have a story of transformation, the first thing is we need to have a challenge. Every transformation begins with a significant personal challenge. For example, when you saw the call for application for this fellowship, probably you had a challenge. And that challenge is the one that pushed you to apply for this fellowship. Unfortunately, I have a problem. Like yesterday, I was in one of our project groups. We have a project called the Clarity Desk. So it focuses on media integrity. It focuses on media integrity, where we work at the intersection of information verification, solutions, and data journalism. And so we onboard, for us, we don't add people to groups. So in most of our projects, we do not actually add people to our groups, except people who are staff, we add them. But then people who are supposed to be part of these projects, we don't add them. We make them join these groups. So the idea is, by the time a person chooses to join the group, they must have an understanding of what they're supposed to get from that group. But then you find there are people who join our project groups and they have no idea what is supposed to happen in that group. You see, then it becomes crazy because that means that this person has not understood even the challenge or the personal challenge that they have that they want to address by being part of this project. You see that? And then you find that most of our projects run online. So, and there's a thing with online projects. You find that during applications, many people register. I don't know how many of you here run online projects, but you might have faced a similar situation. You find that with online projects, let's say that many people sign up. Many people sign up. We're interested in this Zoom training. We're interested in this virtual fellowship, but you find that when it comes to the real thing, let's say that if we have a Zoom session, let's say that 100 people will register. Out of these 100 people, Don't be surprised that only 10 people will show up, 90 will not show up. And then you wonder, why did they register in the first place? Did they register out of excitement, or what exactly happened? You see that? So many times it's really crazy how these things work. But then that means that this person did not understand. They don't even have a challenge that they want to solve. You see that? So for you to decide to participate in anything, make sure that you must have seen that there's something you will benefit out of it, and that thing will help you address a personal challenge. So that is it. The first thing is the story must have a challenge. The second thing is turning point. The turning point is where is a moment that shifts the perspective and direction. Okay, now probably most of you earlier on during the first session when we voted on Mentimeter, many of you say that one thing they were able to solve was the issue of what? Of time. That means that you had that the issue of time management became a turning point. That means that you had a real change when it came to what? When it came to time, you had a challenge when it came to time management. But then, because of participating in the session, you had to have a shift, in perspective in terms of time management and things like that. You see that? So you look at the results here. You see, many of you had issues of time. So one person's, yeah, it has helped me with time management and goal setting. The fellowship has changed how I manage my time, the fellowship changed not only one or two things. I acquire knowledge of time management. You see, so many people have been able to actually, and I think time management is a very big personal challenge for many people. You see that? So that means that this has time management was a turning point for many of you during the period of this fellowship. And then another thing is action. Action is taking proactive steps that leads to meaningful personal growth. Yes. So now, as a result of you learning time management skills, what steps have you taken to be able, to grow personally and have purpose and meaning? And then we have growth. So growth now reflects the profound changes that we undergo within the story of transformation. And then now the outcome showcases the final result of transformation, and authenticity now connects the audience on a deeper level. And we say that when you're telling your stories must touch people in their hearts. Your story must touch people in their heart. If your story doesn't touch someone, problem. So make sure that your story is able to touch somebody deep in the heart, and the person have a deeper connection to your story, and they become really good. So also you need to identify moments, pivotal moments that shaped the journey, and yes. So let's talk about this example of transformation story. For example, where Doku Dominic talked about he had issues of public speaking, but then he was able to overcome the fear of public speaking to inspire confidence and connection. First of all, he has faced a deep-seated fear of public speaking, but he was through the fellowship, and which supported him. He's been able to develop skills and gain confidence in communication, and also he's been able to inspire others to face their fears and also share their own stories. So let's see some of the transformation stories from the previous cohort. So this is a story by Gabriel Garang. He said his challenge was what? He had unclear career path. This was his challenge. Before he joined the fellowship, that was his major challenge. He had what? Unclear career path. But because of the fellowship, he was able to have a purposeful direction. So in this story, he shares how mentorship and self-discovery turned his career confusion into a purposeful vision for impact. And by the way, this is how you're supposed to write your Medium article: a clear title and a clear subtitle like this. Now, let's continue to read his story. Before joining the Build Your Best Self Fellowship, I often struggled with an unclear career. I often struggled with an unclear career path. I was studying natural resources management, but I didn't know what direction to follow after graduation. Sometimes I thought of joining an environmental organization. Other times I dreamt of starting my own project. My mind changed constantly, and I lacked confidence in my choices. This uncertainty left me feeling stuck. I watched others move forward with clear goals while I questioned whether I was even on the right track. I wanted to make an impact, but I didn't know where or how to begin. When I was selected to join the Build Your Best Self Fellowship by the Excellence Foundation for South Sudan, I saw it as a chance to learn and grow. What I didn't expect was how deeply it would transform my thinking. From the first sessions, I was challenged to reflect on my values, strengths, and purpose. The fellowship helped me realize that a career is not just about earning a living, it's about discovering who you are and aligning your person with service. Through interactive discussions, mentorship, and reflection exercises, I began to understand that my confusion came from not knowing myself deeply enough. The Build Your Best Self environment encouraged honesty and growth, giving me space to think about my true purpose. One of the most useful lessons I learned was goal setting. With clarity and intention, I discovered how to set smart goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, to turn my big dreams into realistic actions. The mentorship sessions inspired me to take small steps instead of waiting for. Now, this is now the turning point. Now he's been able to do what? To take small steps instead of waiting for the perfect opportunity. I also learned about self assessment, which helped me recognize my strengths in communication, leadership, and creativity. Through these tools, I began to connect my background in natural resources management with my interests in technology and entrepreneurship. I realized I could use innovation to promote environmental awareness and sustainability in my community. Today, I am more confident and focused. The Build Your Best Self Fellowship helped me build a clearer vision of my career path. I now aim to become a changemaker in the fields of environmental sustainability and youth empowerment. Inspired by the fellowship, I am exploring ideas such as starting a printing and technology business that promotes eco-friendly practices and supports education in my area. This combination of passion and purpose gives me energy every day. Most importantly, I have learned that clarity doesn't come all at once. It grows through learning, reflection, and action. The Build Your Best Self experience taught me that it's okay not to have everything figured out as long as you're moving forward purposefully. Before Build Your Best Self Fellowship, I was uncertain about where I was heading. After the fellowship, I have become someone who believes in my potential, plans with purpose, and acts with confidence. The biggest change is not just in what I want to do, but in who I have become: a person with a mission, direction, and the courage to inspire others to find theirs too. This is the transformation story of Garang. Garang was in the first cohort. This is him. He's him, the guy in black. Yes, this is him. So he says that in this photo, he was speaking with his friends and colleagues about what he's learned during the fellowship. Pretty much that is it. So let me try to get another story of transformation from Betty. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So this is the story of Betty. Betty was one of the fellows also. She says that Her title is Rising from Within, a journey of resilience and emotional growth. How the Build Your Best Self Fellowship transformed my inner world. So she says, there are moments in life when the world goes quiet, not because it is calm, but because something in you has broken. That silence can be deafening, isolating, and often misunderstood. For me, the year began with that kind of silence, loss, disappointment, and a deep sense of uncertainty clouded my days. I was doing all I could, working, pushing, surviving, yet nothing ever seemed enough. It felt like the world had moved on while I stood still, overwhelmed by my self-doubt and emotional fatigue. Before joining the Build Your Best Self Fellowship by the Excellence Foundation for South Sudan, I struggled with fear of public speaking, low self-esteem, and a lack of clarity in both my personal and professional life. I was caught in a loop of doing without ever really being. I smiled in public, but in private, I questioned my worth, my direction, and even my voice. Now I integrate these lessons into my daily life. I journal every morning, noting one thing I am grateful for and one emotion I need to process. I check in with myself before reacting, and I have made emotional wellness a non negotiable part of my routine. I have also taken on more public facing roles, including volunteering to manage social media for local initiatives, using my voice not just professionally but purposefully. This journey has taught me that resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about choosing to rebuild. Every time with grace, Build Your Best Self didn't just give me tools, it gave me back to myself. And now I rise softer, wiser, and stronger. The turning point came when I joined the fellowship. At first, I expected another skills training program, something technical and formal. But what I received was an invitation to rediscover myself. From learning how to use Google Tools, craft professional emails, create LinkedIn bios, to understanding the power of microblogging and digital communication, it was empowering. But what truly changed me was the emotional intelligence model. I began to understand my triggers, to sit with the emotions instead of avoiding them, and most importantly, to communicate them in healthy ways. I learned that being vulnerable is not weakness, it is strength in its rawest form. I stopped bottling up pain, and I started reaching out, sharing, and healing. As one of our facilitators says, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Fill yours with awareness first. That code has stayed with me. The change didn't happen overnight, but gradually I found myself speaking up in meetings, offering ideas without fear of judgment, and holding space for others in ways I never could before. I started writing again. That is the story. That is this transformation story for for. Let me see if I can still get for Samuel. Let me see, Lexis. Let me see, Akir. Okay, let me share with you the story for Akir. So Akir is one of the facilitators. I think she facilitated one of the sessions, but then she was in the first cohort. So let me read for you her story of transformation. So she says how she overcame poor time management, and career uncertainty through mentorship, self-awareness, and purposeful leadership. Before joining the Build Your Best Self Fellowship, I often felt stuck. I often felt like time was slipping through my fingers. My days were full, but my goals were blurry. I would start projects with energy only to lose momentum halfway. I wanted to achieve so many things, from advancing my career to improving my leadership, but poor time management held me back. I struggled to balance work, personal growth, and community involvement. Tasks would pile up, deadlines would sneak up on me, and I often found myself rushing to finish things that I should have done earlier. This left me feeling overwhelmed, unproductive, and disappointed in myself. Alongside that, I was unsure of where my career was heading. I had a passion for leadership and community service, but no clear plan for how to grow in that direction. This uncertainty made me doubt my capabilities. I often compared myself to others who seemed more organized and focused. I knew I had potential, but I lacked structure, discipline, and confidence to bring my ideas to life. In short, I was busy, but not productive. Ambitious, but not focused. That's when Build Your Best Self Fellowship came into my life. The turning point. When I joined the Build Your Best Fellowship, I was hoping to gain skills, but I received so much more. The fellowship became a journey of self-discovery and transformation. From the first mentorship sessions, I realized that success starts from within. The mentorship component was one of the most impactful parts of the program. My mentors didn't just give advice, they asked the right questions that made me reflect deeply. They helped me identify my priorities, recognize my time wasting habits, and think critically about my long term goals. During workshops, I learned practical tools on time management, communication, and leadership. I remember one activity that focused on setting SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. That single exercise shifted my mindset completely. I realized that without clear goals and structure, even hard work leads nowhere. Equally powerful was the feedback I received from my peers. The fellowship created a space and an encouraging environment where everyone could share struggles and progress. Hearing others talk about similar challenges reminded me that growth takes time and community support. I wasn't alone, and that made all the difference. The tools that helped me transform: goal setting. I learned to break down my big dreams into smaller, achievable goals. Instead of saying, I want to become a better leader, I started saying, this month, I will lead one community activity and document what I learned. This approach made my goals more real. And I like this. For example, yesterday, I think, I was discussing with someone in a group. So the guy was saying he wanted to learn a course. Then I asked him, what course do you want to learn? He said, any course. I told him, my friend, this is vague. You cannot tell me any course. You have to be very specific. I want to learn digital marketing. That is specific. Or I want to learn how to make presentations. That is specific. But you cannot tell me that any course. Really? It's just like somebody saying, okay, Tom or Ajit, please help get me a job. And you, Ajit or Tom, you ask the person, which job do you want? And they tell you, any job. Really? Any job? Are you okay? So we should be very, very specific in terms of what we really want. Just like when Ajit, when I told Ajit I wanted a room, and I told him specifically I needed a Rakuba and it shouldn't cost more than this, and it should be in Japan. You see, this is a bit of specific in that regard. So please let us make sure that we set specific goals like this. Self-awareness. Through self-reflection exercises, I became more aware of my habits and mindset. I learned to track where my time goes and identify what drains my energy. Self-awareness helped me understand that time management is not just about schedules, it's about priorities. Number 3, communication skills. The communication sessions taught me how to express myself clearly and confidently. This skill has not only improved my relationships, but also strengthened my leadership. I now listen more actively and communicate with purpose and empathy. Leadership mindset. Build Your Best told me that leadership is not a position, it's a mindset. It's about taking initiative, being accountable, and inspiring others. I started to see leadership opportunities in everyday situations, from mentoring a peer to organizing a project at work. These lessons were not theoretical. They were practical, tested, and lived out throughout the fellowship. The more I applied them, the more I saw changes in how I used my time and approached my goals. The transformation. The change didn't happen overnight, but it has been lasting. Today, I manage my time with greater discipline and confidence. I plan my days intentionally and prioritize what truly matters. I use digital tools to track my tasks and set reminders to stay accountable. Career-wise, I now have a clear sense of direction. The fellowship helped me to identify my passion for leadership, finance, and youth empowerment, and align my goals around these areas. Instead of feeling lost, I feel focused and motivated. One of the biggest milestones in my transformation is that I have started mentoring others. I realized that my journey can inspire others who face similar struggles. I guide young people on how to set realistic goals, manage time effectively, and build confidence in their professional paths. I have also taken initiative in leading projects within my organization and community. I am no longer afraid to step forward, organize, and make decisions. Leadership now feels natural because it's based on clarity, not control, on service, not status. Today, I see myself as a transformed version of who I used to be. I no longer fear uncertainty because I now understand that clarity comes through consistent action. My days are more organized, my goals are more defined, and my confidence is stronger than ever. The beauty-based self-fellowship didn't just help me manage my time, it helps me manage my life. It taught me that every small action counts, that consistency beats speed, and that purpose brings peace. Moving forward, I plan to continue mentoring others, leading community projects, and pursuing leadership roles that allow me to empower young people, especially women, to believe in their abilities. My transformation is ongoing, but the foundation is solid: clarity, discipline, and purpose. When I think about my journey, I realize that my biggest challenge, poor time management and career uncertainty, became the very area of my greatest growth. The fellowship gave me the tools, support, and mindset I needed to turn my confusion into clarity and procrastination into purpose. I am now walking my path with confidence, ready to inspire us to do the same. The fellowship didn't just change my schedule, it's changed my story. So now I want to, what do you have any, do you want to say something about these stories? I want to allow you to talk. Anyone who would like to, anyone who has been following keenly and you want to say something about any of these stories? Yes? Anyone who would like to say something about, I read 3 stories for Betty, for Akir, and then for Garang. 3 stories of transformation. Any comments on any of the stories? Did it give you an understanding of how to write a story? Because all of you, as part of the assignment for this session, you will be required to write the story of transformation. So anyone who would like to just comment, just give a brief comment. Everyone is good? Okay. Let's proceed if you're all good. Now, when you're crafting your story, you need to reflect on the challenges faced during your journey, and then you put your response, explore how you responded, and grew from experiences. Structure, consider the beginning, the middle, and end of your story. Growth, identify key growth moments and lessons learned, even as you tell your story. These are important aspects that you make sure that you incorporate properly in your story of transformation. Structuring your story. Of course, you have to begin with the problem. Identify the challenge that initiated your transformation journey. For example, like I said, you need to first give me a reason why you applied for this fellowship. What was the specific challenge that you wanted this fellowship to address? You see that? So you have to make sure that you include that. And the next thing is the process. Describe the actions you took to address this issue, and then the result. Highlight the positive outcomes from your transformation experience. That is key. And then make sure that your story is clear and concise. These are the writing tips. Make sure your story is clear and concise. Aim for clarity in your storytelling, using precise language to convey your transformation effectively. Make sure that you use basic terminologies that people can actually understand. That is key. And then emotional connection. Engage your audience by sharing genuine emotions and experiences that resonate with their own journeys. Outline key points. Draft a short outline of your story's key moments to organize thoughts and also to structure your narratives. Yes. So after that, after writing your story of transformation, you can proceed, to select a medium that resonates with your audience, probably. But for this point one, we'll need you to record a video, a video about. First, you need to write an article. After writing an article, and then you need to record a video sharing the something you said in your article, and then you upload the video on Google Classroom for us to see. And then you need to tailor your narrative to your audience, adjust your narrative to fit audience expectations and interests. That is key. Make sure that you're addressing to make sure that us who are going to read will be, and then also choose the right medium, select the appropriate medium for storytelling because it can help enhance engagement and share your message, and and ensures your message resonates with the audience. Tailor to your audience, adapting your story to fit the audience interests and needs, and also manage self-doubt, acknowledge and address self-doubt. That is key. So your next step would be to make sure that you craft your transformation story today, share it to inspire others, and also utilize available resources and also the support from the fellowship. I want to thank you so much for your participation and engagement today. My email is, of course, my personal email. If you want to write to me, this is my email, bidahad@bidahthomas.me. This is my number, just in case you want to call me or you want to text me on WhatsApp. This is my number, 211-924-380378. And this is my website, just in case you want to read more about me. So this is it with our session for today. And if you have questions for me, please ask. If you have any questions for me, please ask. Anyone who has questions for me?
Did I have a question on Medium?
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes, I can get you.
Hello?
Yes, I am getting you.
Yeah, there's something I don't understand on Medium. Like, how do you put the hashtag? Like, I was looking at the stories that you just read. Then I have seen at the end of the writing, they have put career, South Sudan, transformation journey, and in my page, when I'm trying to put those things, they don't appear the way they're appearing on that. So I don't know, is that something that I'm missing?
Yes, you see like this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the correct way of adding the hashtags, not the way you guys add. This is the correct way. So what happens is this, when you are published, when you write, okay, let me see if I have let me see if I have okay. So let's say that I want to write, my title is how the build your best self, how the build your best self, how the build your best self fellowship transformed me. This is my title. And then I write my subtitle. And then if you want to make this a subtitle, you have to highlight it and then you choose the small t. Like this is now a subtitle. You will see clearly here, title, subtitle. You see this? And, yes, and then now from here, you can start writing. When I was 8, when I was 8, I wanted to be an influential figure, someone others would always look up to. But as I grew and time passed, that dream seemed to be fading. Okay, let's just end here with this. So now what happens is you come to publish, okay? Okay, I don't have I don't have a featured image. So let me get an image from Miss Splash. African boy. Let me use this one. Yeah. Okay. 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 This picture looks nice. Okay. Yeah. So something like this. You see? And then you come to publish. So when you come to publish, are you seeing this place for topics? This is where you add the hashtags. You're seeing this box?
Yes, I'm seeing.
Yes. For example, now if your hashtag is you could even put your name as hashtag if you, for example, if you are the author, so that it helps you rank on Google. I put my name, then I can say build your best self fellowship. Then I can say transformation story. And then I can say personal transformation. Then I can say South Sudan. Yes, something like this. You see? So this is how you add.
I think those features, they don't work on phone, I think.
On phone? On phone, the issue is I don't publish on phone, but they should be there. On the phone, they should be there. I will try. Right now, my phone is far from me, but I will try later.
All right, let's try. Because I've been trying, I don't see this thing.
Yeah, but you can use your computer also in case you have your computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Yeah. I have a question concerning the
Yeah.
assignment
Yes, please.
that I did on Medium.
Pardon?
It locked me out based on the command. Yeah. When I wanted to turn in, it was like the assignment is late and it can't be turned in. So is there any instruction that you are going to do so that maybe I will be able to turn in? Because I did.
Oh, your assignment for which one?
For Medium.
Yeah, you just leave it there. When you attach it, just leave it. I will see from my side.
Okay.
Yes, no need to turn it in. Just leave it there. I will just put the link. I will see it.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and I think I would like to leave you now because I need to prepare myself for.
Okay then. Yeah, just maybe just capture the assignment very fast. Let me just explain the assignment. So this is the assignment.
Okay.
So in the assignment, where I'm going to ask you to, As a Build Your Best Self Fellow, you are invited to reflect on your journey and showcase how the fellowship has genuinely transformed you. This is your chance to tell your story honestly, originally, and powerfully through writing and video. So you're going to do two things. First thing, you're going to write your transformation story and publish on medium.com, just like the ones I read to you earlier. Then number two, you're going to record a video. You're going to record a video about the same thing you have written. So make sure that you choose one challenge. Identify one key personal or professional challenge you faced before joining the fellowship, such as fear of public speaking, poor time management, unclear career path, or lack of confidence. Tell your story. Write an original article of 500 to 1,500 words that explains the challenge and how it affected your life, how the Build Your Best Self help you face or transform that challenge, what practical steps or tools from the fellowship contribute to the change, how you are different now, and what you are doing with that transformation. Format your article. Make sure you have a title that is clear and engaging. Write a subtitle, a short summary or angle of your story. Image. Use a relevant, copyright-free image or original photo. Use short, well-structured paragraphs with headings where helpful. Publish your article to medium.com. Use your account. Share the article link by Google Classroom under assignment post. And then you record a 2-minute video. In your own words, describe your transformation. Be clear, confident, and authentic. Upload your video to Google Classroom or first upload as a private video to YouTube and share the link. So don't use AI. We want to hear your voice, your journey, and your truth. So this is the assignment that you're going to get in the Google Classroom as part of the session for today. So Ajit, from there, I can now excuse you.
Thank you.
Okay, then, good. So any other question, ladies and gentlemen? If there are no questions, I will hand it over to Samuel and then we can close. Samuel, over to you, if you have any announcements for them.
Okay, thank you so much, Emmanuel, Bidan, for such a presentation. So I think we are not going to have many informations. I will just have to. I sent a Google Doc in the WhatsApp group earlier today. So I wanted you guys to at least give us full name on how you really want your name to appear on the certificates. And I also ran a poll about the graduation day because it was scheduled on 14th, of which falls on Valentine's Day. And so we understand, most of us also would love to also spend time with their, so we ran a poll, and I would ask those who did not, who did confirmation, like I really wanted you to also react on it, at least give us your hint, because we require everybody to attend the graduation. Nobody will really miss the graduation. So if you haven't, please go and do that, and also give us the full name. The document I've shared it in the WhatsApp group. You go and write your name yourself. So I've put everybody to be editor. So you go and edit that. So I think if no questions, maybe if you want to know another things, I think we are going to give you like 1 week, a whole week for you to prepare for the graduation, because we understand we came to realize that many people have not done the assignment, and one of the assignment which was really a challenging one was about networking. So I really hope that this week might be of a high opportunities, maybe for you to find a professional event for you to at least work on your assignment this week. So hopefully, I think I'm going to give you the feedback from the poll. I can see many people wish to for the graduation to be extended to 15 from what from the results I've seen. Like the higher number people saying it should be moved to 15, which falls on Saturday the other week. I mean Sunday. Yeah, I think that that's all about today. If there's anything, again, I would think I will share. I'll keep you posted in the WhatsApp as usual. And if there are any questions or inquiries that you really want to ask, I think you can, put up your emoji hand, and then I also